This is the new Vessel Premium in blue. They come in different colors. Here's the specs. The model number on this and the specifications are all the same as this one. Made in Japan, Type-C charging, 3 speeds, highest torque is at the highest speed. This is the Panasonic EXENA. Next is the TAKAGI Earthman electric screwdriver. And then last but not least is the SKIL Twist 2.0. These are all roughly in the 2 Newton meter torque class. These all have non-removable batteries. These all charge with USB-C. These 4 were purchased off of Amazon Japan. These 2 are made in Japan. These 3 are made in China. This one was purchased in the US. These 4 have the 13mm Japanese chuck that holds these Japanese bits that have the 13mm anvil. These 2 have 3 speeds. The rest of these are only single speed. The SKIL has 1 speed, but it has 3 torque settings. I'm only going to be demonstrating these at their maximum speed, because that is where the maximum torque is. Because it's an electronic speed control, the duty cycle is higher at the higher RPM, so the torque is also higher. These both at their maximum speed claim 400 RPMs, and they're actually almost dead on. The blue one was 402, and the black one at 395. The EXENA claims 850, they even printed on here. 799 is what I measured. The TAKAGI claimed 280 and measured at 256. And then the SKIL claimed 240, but I measured 216. So if you've watched my channel before, you know that this one has been modified, and you just want to know if this one is better than this one. And it is. This one is better than this one, even though they're the same model number. So what we have here is an annex torque limiter, 0.7 Newton meters. When the torque limit of 0.7 is reached, it clicks. So this is at 400 RPMs. They claim 2 Newton meters. But it won't even do 0.7. Is the new Vessel Premium better? Yes, it is. These are the Japanese 13mm bits. A Vessel plastic spring bit in the Vessel electric screwdriver works the way that it was all intended to work. The spring takes out the play, and it makes ejecting the bit easier. This is also a Vessel bit, so let's see what this one is like in here. It's still wobbly, and it's because these ends are machined down. They just don't fit in the chuck snugly. Let's try this way. Okay, that almost makes it worse. Okay, that isn't too bad. So what about E6 bits in the Vessel? You get a lot of this play, really sloppy. Okay, so what about the Vessel USA version of the plastic spring? For whatever reason, it seems to make it worse. I don't know why. Seems like it's more wobbly this way. stands to reason that the Japanese bits fit the best in the Japanese chuck. This one is better than this one. I don't know if this one was just a dud and I ended up with the worst of all the parts in the parts bin. And if you're new to my channel and if you're curious what's on the insides of these, I did a teardown of this one. And that video will be linked at the end of this video. Because these are Japanese chucks that take the 13mm anvil, these chucks are deeper than the SKIL. You don't want to put small insert bits like this inside of these because it goes all the way in. The SKIL isn't even a locking chuck, it's just a magnet. Works fine. Here's a Japanese bit on the SKIL. Here's an E6 bit in the SKIL. This E6 anvil might be a little bit more wobbly in here. In the SKIL, the Japanese plastic spring bits from Vessel do not achieve anything. Plastic spring does not rest against the chuck. Alright, I'm going to try to keep this line out of the glare. Here we go. Looked like it hit 2.5. Man, it almost hit 3. So the SKIL has an LED here that automatically turns on and off. And the TAKAGI also has an LED that automatically turns on and off. The Panasonic EXENA has the brightest LED. Here's the bit wobble in the TAKAGI. Okay. In the TAKAGI, because this is a Japanese chuck, the Vessel plastic spring bits work in the TAKAGI. They take out that lateral play, but they're also supposed to eject the bit. It doesn't quite do that. Let me try this one with this bit. Okay, yeah, it did eject. The charging port closes. It's made to be held like a doorknob. Let's see if the TAKAGI will do 0.7 Newton meters. And the Panasonic EXENA. Okay, that works correctly. Ejects. The EXENA is the weakest because it's the fastest. So the SKIL is the slowest and the strongest. The Panasonic EXENA is the fastest and the weakest. The TAKAGI is about as strong as these, but the TAKAGI is much slower. 256 RPMs, these are 400 RPMs. Now you know how these examples stack up and compare with each other. These tend to be inexpensive, small, light electric screwdrivers. Pretty significant differences even within the same model number of the same manufacturer. But across manufacturers, it's definitely not a case of if you've seen one, you've seen them all. They vary. Of course, I did kind of hand pick these to have different characteristics. All right, anyway, I hope you found that interesting and helpful, and thank you for watching.